Hello everybody, so I am looking at an app today that I've had for a long time, but I haven't used it in a while. I think I used it when it first came out, and you needed like a paid subscription to use the majority of the features, or you were only able to use like a certain amount of time, or I don't even remember what it was. It just was so long ago. And so I stopped using it because it just became a hassle. And I started trying to find other apps that I could use for taking pictures of documents and having the OCR read it to me and stuff like that. I've used Google Lookout, and I also recently started using the Seeing AI Android version, but I figured I wanted to kind of take a look at this one again. There's been some updates, and now they have their Envision glasses and everything like that, and so I wanted to see what kinds of features and how usable it is now compared to the first time I used it. So when you first open the app, this is kind of what you see. At the very bottom we have 3 different tabs, so let's see what they are. The first one on the left is
Selected app tab, 1 of 3, new list of 3 items.
It is the app tab, so using the Envision features with your smartphone, and that's the one that's selected right now. Then they have
Glasses, tab 2 of 3.
tab
to select.
I guess to activate the Envision glasses, maybe whatever you can see on the glasses will be connected with the app. I'm not sure because I don't have the Envision glasses. It'd be cool one day to have some, but for now we cannot take a look at what that does.
Settings, tab 3 of 3.
And then the settings
Double
tab.
tap to select.
So right now I'm going to keep it in the app tab, and above this row of tabs we've got some buttons on like a I wouldn't call it like a carousel, but you can slide these buttons from left to right to access more of them. Right now I can only see 2 buttons and like a sliver of the next one all the way to the right here. But the first button we have is
Instant text button, out of list.
the instant text
Double tap to
button.
select.
So if I activate that button, it would be finding text and reading it instantly to me. So instead of needing to take a picture, I would just activate the instant text button and it would find whatever text it sees and start reading it to me. So let's see how that goes.
C2ities. Congratulations. Lightning. We will end this Jew. Love, easy. Love. D. Congratulations. Lightning. We will end this now. Love, easy. Instant text.
So I turned it off. As you can see, it is not perfect, but it got most of that, so I kind of understood what it was reading to me. And that would kind of be also better used if you were looking at like, what would you say, at like door numbers, or trying to find a book on a shelf really quickly. So that kind of stuff. So let's see what we've got next.
Scan text button.
Scan text. So this one would be more for if you had a document or something. So let me see, I have a binder here of different worksheets and things that I use. Let's see if we scan this first page, what it tells me.
Scan text button. Sync reading in English. English 2 period. Choose the language that you want to read. Button.
Yep, so
All edges visible. Full
first,
steady. Double tap to
there we
activate.
go.
Processing. Supplies. Scan document. 40 popsicle sticks cut in half or 80 half-size sticks. Red acrylic craft paint. Double tap to activate. Paintbrush. Paper towels. Container with water to clean the brushes. Newspaper. White school glue. Cardstock. Something round, about 2 in diameter, to use as a pattern, such as jar lid. Hot glue gun and glue stick. Little red lighthouse craft. Yellow paper or foam. Scissors. Directions. Container with water.
No.
On.
Huh?
Off.
I'm gonna make it stop talking for a little bit. So when it found all four of the edges of the paper, it just took the picture right away and scanned it. If it's having trouble finding the edges, you can take the picture yourself. There was a button on the screen, kind of in the same area that your camera take picture button would be, near the bottom in the center. So when it took the picture, it started reading, it sounded like from like the materials list, and then down the list was when I heard it say what this craft page was about. It was making a little red lighthouse. So let me see.
40 popsicle sticks cut in half. Scan document.
Yeah.
List. 40 popsicle sticks cut in half. 480 half supplies.
So the first thing that it caught, maybe it was that the little red lighthouse was centered on the page and it thought it was like a heading to a second column or something like that. That's the only thing I can think of why it didn't have it at the top of this list. But I can keep scrolling and it has everything on here, and I can take things like one at a time, so I can, you know, scroll through the instructions one at a time.
1. First, cover your tabletop or work area with newspaper. 2. Lay out the sticks on the paper. Using the red craft acrylics, paint one side of each popsicle. Sticks red. Allow the paint to dry.
So I can do that if I wanted to. Let's see what these buttons are beneath where all the text is displayed.
Save to library. Button. Out of list.
So I could
Double
save
tap
this
to activate.
document to the Envision library so that I can access it again later. That would be helpful, and I can have a copy of like this little craft project on my phone. Let's see what the next one is.
Export options. Button.
So there's different export options. Let's see what those are.
Export options. Double tap to activate. Export option. Save as .txt file.
I can save it as a
Double
text
tap to
file.
activate. Save as a PDF file.
I could save it as a
Double tap to
PDF,
activate. Share text via.
or I could
Double
even
tap to
share the
activate.
text. That's pretty cool. All the text that it scanned, I could share it to someone else.
Copy to clipboard.
And
Double
I
tap
could
to
even
activate.
copy it myself to put anywhere else that I want to. Like, I could add it to another document, or like send it in an email or a text message. Although, like, even selecting the share option would give me that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So let me push my back button here to get out of this list.
Envision AI play. Button.
There's a play button in the center. So if I want the Envision text-to-speech engine to read everything to me from top to bottom, I can press that.
Play from page beginning. Stops and reverts back to the beginning of this page. Button.
And if you
Double
heard
tap to
that
activate.
description, that button takes you to the beginning of the page and starts reading from there.
Translate button.
Oh, and there's even a translate button. That's pretty cool. If you are in another country and there's something in their language, you can take a picture of it, have this scan it, and then it can translate it for you. There's other apps too that do the, you know, that kind of translation, but this one's pretty accessible, so that's pretty neat.
Ask Envision button.
And then there's an Ask Envision, which this is Envision AI, so it's got an AI engine. Let's see, maybe it's something like, you know, like Adobe's AI assistant, where you can like ask questions about the document. So let's see what that is.
Navigate up button. Ask Envision. Ask Envision preferences button. Hi there. What would you like to know about your scanned document? Ask
Oh,
Envision. Activate.
pretty cool. I wonder what I could ask. Should we try it out? Let's see. Am I able to do my speech to text here if I press and hold my button? Let's see.
On. Off. On. Off.
No, it doesn't sound like I can. But that is a cool feature. Let's see. What? Maybe I can type something. Oops. I'm not the best. How? Oh gosh. There we go. A N Y. How many directions are there? Maybe let's see.
D I R E C T I O B backspace B delete N S space A R E space T E E R E sim question mark.
Okay.
There. Editing. How many directions are there? Send button. Clear text. Navigate up button. There are a total of 7 directions given. Keyboard hidden.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That is awesome. So I like that. Let's go back. Alright, so it looks like that's everything. There we go. It was reading everything from the beginning again. So that is awesome. Let's see what's across the top here. So that's the title. Reader preferences. And then it goes to the supplies part of the list. So that's pretty cool. I won't go through everything like the reader preferences or trying to translate it or anything. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick preview of what this can do.
Back. Single scan. Capture a single page or document.
Yeah, so that's cool too. So here is the option for single scan, but I can also do a batch. So if you heard, I'm going to go back so that it can stop giving us the directions. But they, you're able to scan a bunch of documents. So if you're in the library and there's like a textbook chapter or something that you want to scan and be able to read because it doesn't have an audiobook version or a digital version that you can access, that is super helpful. I used to have just a standalone device that I would attach to my computer, and I had to have software and all that kind of stuff. It took up a lot of room on my desk to be able to scan my textbooks and things like that. But with this, you just need your phone. So that is pretty advanced from like 10 years ago when I had to do that for college. So let's see. So we just went through the instant text and the scan text buttons. Let's see what else we have. So I'm going to take 2 fingers and use them across the bottom here so I can move the buttons over. And we can take a look at the next 2. So let's see. Envision Library. So this is where we could access the documents that we save. So if I would have saved that little craft project, then I would be able to come back here and find it in my Envision library and have Envision read it to me again. Let's see what else. Import files. So if someone sends me a scan of a document and it, comes out as a PDF, but I can't really get my screen reader to read the text, or there's like something with a lot of images that are kind of getting in the way, or just like something I see online, like an image with text on it, and I am having trouble getting my screen reader to identify the text, then I could save the file and then import it to here to have Envision AI take a look at it for me. Let's see what else. Scan barcode. So this is pretty helpful. Let me close this binder now. Move it to the side. If you're at the store, I guess you would scan barcodes of boxes and stuff like that. If it's kind of hard to tell what the product is, or if there's not an easy way to identify where there's text on the boxes. Let's see what I can use here. Do I have anything with a barcode on it? I thought I did. Let me put my phone down really quick and grab something. Alright, so I have here, I know what these are because I bought them and I brought them from home. These are the 3M Command picture hanging strips. But in case I was at the store and I was having trouble, you know, or wanted to more quickly identify what the product was besides getting, you know, a scan and then listening to the scan, I would activate this barcode
Scan barcode
button.
Scan barcode button. Double tap to activate. This account is no longer active. To react, scan barcode button.
Okay, so if you heard that sound, it sounded kind of like a little drum roll and then a triangle ding. That is the sound of the barcode scanner detecting the barcode and scanning it. But it was saying that this account is no longer active. I don't know why. I tried this app before and it kind of gave me the same thing for some other objects I was trying to scan. But I still wanted to show you guys how the scanner worked and what it says. So maybe one day I'll be able to figure out what barcodes it can scan and I can show you. But the only thing I'm already noticing is after we're done with the button that's more further down the line, it takes us back to the beginning here where we had the instant text and the scan text buttons, and we're gonna have to scroll again sideways to get to where we were. So that's my only negative comment here. Let's see. Describe scene. So let's get a picture here. This is a picture that I have of me and my guide dog when we first officially became partners. We got this picture taken to put on the little ID card that you get that identifies you and your guide dog as partners. And so let's see what it tells me when I click on this button.
Double tap describe scene button. Double tap to activate.
Alright, so this is pretty cool. You have 3 options here. You can get a short description.
Get a short description button. Get a detailed description button.
You can get a detailed description.
Ask a question
Or ask a question about the
Double
scene
tap to activate.
instantly. But let's see what the short description looks like.
Get a short description. Navigate up button. Ask Envision. Ask Envision preferences button. Ask Envision. I'm processing the photo now and will provide a description soon. English, US. Button.
Okay, so it takes me to the little conversation screen. Oh, there it was. It takes you to the little conversation screen and processes the picture there, or processes the picture while you are waiting here in the little conversation window. So that after it gives you the description, you can have the option to ask a question about it. So let's see what it said.
Assistant, a woman and a dog are sitting on a bench in list.
Okay, a woman and a dog are sitting on a bench. That is pretty accurate. And that was the short description. So let me go back here.
Back button. Keyboard hidden. Back button.
And see if I can get the more detailed description. So now I have to scroll back through the buttons.
Describe scene button.
Okay.
Window Envision AI. Double describe scene button. Get a detailed description button. Navigate up button. Ask Envision. Ask Envision preferences button. English, US, 40 shown. Switch to voice conversation button. Button.
Okay, it's still processing.
The image features a woman sitting on a bench with her dog. The woman is wearing a plaid shirt and jeans, while the dog is positioned in front of her. The bench they are sitting on is blue and appears to be located in a park. The woman and her dog seem to be enjoying a moment together, possibly taking a break from a walk.
That's pretty funny. I'm interested why it didn't say that the dog was wearing a harness. Unless maybe it wasn't sure. Maybe it looked like part of the leash or something like that. But that's cool. I actually didn't realize that the bench we were sitting on was blue. So that's a new piece of information for me. And that's also nice that it says it looks like they're enjoying their time. That's because I'm smiling in the picture. But that's pretty awesome anyway, and that's a nice, more detailed description. So let's go back and see what else we can do here.
Keyboard hidden. Back button.
I have to go back to where we were.
Explore.
Oops.
Detect color. Find people.
Oh my gosh.
Finding object. Describe scene.
Okay.
Button. Finding objects.
So finding objects. This one's pretty
Double tap
cool.
to activate.
Because it uses the AI's intelligence to identify, you know, similar features to things. So you can find a door or stairs or stuff like that. So I'll show you in a second. Let's see.
Navigate up. Button. Objects list. Objects list. Button.
So these are the common objects that you can look for. It's, you know, really helpful stuff like at work or somewhere new, or if you just misplaced something and you want to find it. So let's see what we've got. We've got door,
Stairs.
stairs,
Traffic light.
a traffic light,
A bottle.
a bottle,
Chair.
chair,
Coffee cup.
coffee cup,
Laptop.
laptop,
Sink.
a
Double
sink.
tap.
Are there more? Oh, yes, there are more. So I'm going to push sink all the way to the top here and see
Bench.
the bench.
Table. Dog. Light switch. Couch. Book. All objects. Backpack. Ball. Bed. Beer. Bench.
That's too funny. A beer. As opposed to a bottle. Oh my gosh.
Bicycle. Billboard. Billiard table. Bird. Book. Bookcase. Bottle. Double tap to act bowl. Bus. Car. Cat. Chair. Clock. Clothing. Coffee cup. Coffee table. Coffee maker. Computer keyboard. Computer mouse. Couch. Desk. Dog. Door. Drawer. Dress. Envelope. Fire hydrant. Flower. Flower pot. Footwear. Fork. Glasses. Goggles. Handbag. Headphones. House plant. Human face. Jacket. Jeans. Knife. Laptop. Light switch. Microwave oven. Mobile phone. Motorcycle. Oven. Pen. Person. Piano. Plant. Refrigerator. Remote control. Scarf. Shelf. Shirt. Shorts. Sink. Skirt. Spoon. Stairs. Stop sign. Studio couch. Suitcase. Double sunglasses. Table. Tablet computer. Tap. Television. Text. Toaster. Toilet. Toothbrush. Towel. Traffic light. Traffic sign. Train. Trousers. Truck. Vehicle registration plate. Waste container. Watch. Window. Window blind. Wine glass. Missing something. Let US know. Double tap to.
So that's a pretty good list. A lot of things to do with like traveling or finding like common household objects or electronic devices that you would need to use like on a daily basis. Clothing, that's pretty cool. Like in your closet, if you're trying to find, you know, something pretty quickly, you can't remember where you put it, or even at the store, even better. If you're going shopping and you're trying to find a specific kind of clothing really, you know, efficiently, so you can take a look at, you know, what you want, that's pretty cool. And there's an option to add more to the list if you wanted. I'm a little confused about what the difference between like a couch and a studio couch are. Maybe the studio couch is smaller or something, and why there's a difference. But that's pretty cool. There's a lot of good things to find. So let's see. Let's go back to the top and maybe let's look for a door. So, and you have the option to just have the first set of items that were on the list that we looked at the beginning here, and then there's like everything near the bottom, but you can like star things or take them off of the list. So let's find
Desk, dog, couch,
the door.
double tap to this finding objects helper button out of list.
Alright, so I'm gonna
Double
start
tap to
scanning. I wonder if it realizes. It found it earlier, so I'm just gonna scoot a little closer. There we go. It makes that sound when it finds the thing that you're looking for. Alright.
Finding objects.
That was pretty cool. It found it pretty quickly once I got closer. And I mean, that's how close I want to be to the door when I'm wanting to use it anyway, so. Let's see, what else do we have here?
Scan barcode button. Describe scene. Finding object. Find people button.
Find
Double
people.
tap to activate.
So for this one, I'm gonna bring our picture back here and see what it tells me when I click on it.
Find people button. Find people button. Double tap to activate.
Oh. There we go.
Find people.
So it makes that same sound, kind of like a tambourine and some other kind of percussion instrument together, to let you know that it found people, which is helpful. Like if you're somewhere and you're kind of feeling lost and you're wanting to ask somebody for help, finding a person would be helpful, so you can, you know, go up to them and talk. But as you can tell, it also does that for pictures of people. So if you're somewhere that's got like billboards or like advertisements that have people's faces on it, it might not be as helpful to find people that way, but it's still pretty cool. So let's see. I gotta scroll again.
Scan text. Envision library button. Scan bar. Describe scene. Finding object. Find people. Teach faces button.
So teach faces, this one would be if there are specific people like at work. Maybe you want it to know who that person is because there's somebody that, like, maybe you're gonna walk around and see if they're in their office or see where they are in the lunch room to go and sit with them or whatever. You know, if they're not paying attention to you or calling you over, this app can, you know, find them and tell you when it's them that you're looking at. So that's pretty helpful if you're like also in a crowded place, restaurant, bar, party, that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. We're not going to teach any faces right now, but maybe I'll do a separate video about how to do that.
Detect colors button.
Alright, detect
Double tap
colors.
to activate.
This one is especially helpful to me because I am slightly colorblind, meaning colors are a lot more muted to me, and I have trouble a lot with like mixing up similar shades of colors. So like if a shade of blue is very similar to a shade of green, I, you know, won't be able to tell if they're blue or green. Same with like pink and orange, purple, gray, brown. If they're like darker colors, they all kind of start looking the same. So this is helpful if I'm trying to match clothes or if I'm trying to pick out a color of marker or something like that. So let's see what happens when I tap here.
Detect colors button. Gray. Double tap to
Gray.
activate.
So it's got a little square in the center of the screen, which is, you know, where the center of the camera is. So if you just line up the center of your camera with
Dark
the
gray.
color that you want,
Silver.
it'll start telling you that color. So that one's kind of like a light
Gray.
white silver color. Let's see what colors are on this.
Dark gray. Silver. Black.
Okay, this is a black silhouette
Black.
of a person with a dog.
Light
Let's
gray.
see, let's bring back this picture that we had.
Brown. Gray. Black. Dark khaki.
Dark khaki, that's the color of my guide dog, I guess. Let's see, my shirt is plaid in this picture. I wonder if it'll
Dark khaki.
pick up any colors.
Gray. Black. Brown. Dark blue.
Okay, dark blue.
Royal blue. Gray. Royal blue.
So there's some royal blue on my
Light
shirt.
gray.
And also the bench.
Black. Dark gray. Gray. Gray.
It's saying gray.
Black.
It
Gray.
could be the way that the light is reflecting off of this picture,
Dark gray.
but it's still
Gray.
really helpful, especially if you have like brighter colors too. So
Gray. Detect color.
that's that one.
Scan text.
Here we go
Scan
again.
accept. Scan accept. Detect color.
Okay, detect color.
Scan accessible QR. Button.
Scan accessible
Double
QR.
tap to activate.
Let me see what. Sometimes when it's the first time that you use one of the features, it'll give you a little tutorial blurb to let you know what it's for. And I haven't opened this one yet, so let's see if it tells me what this is for.
Scan accessible QR.
Oh,
Button.
it's not telling me.
Double tap to activate.
But I'm assuming, given by the title of this one, it's searching. I hear it searching for something.
Scan accessible.
It's for scanning an accessible QR code. Maybe, QR codes are used more frequently now for almost everything, to take you to websites or to give you more information about something. So it'll probably tell me something about the item that I'm scanning, if it's made to be an accessible QR code, to provide more information or to give a description of what's around, maybe even at like a museum or something like that, if they've got like an audio description of the exhibits and you just have to scan a QR code to like hear them. That's pretty useful. So let's see.
Finding object. Find people. Finding object. Teach face. Detect. Scan accessible QR.
Okay,
Explore. Button.
explore.
Double tap
So
to
this
activate.
one
Activate.
is kind of like the instant text version of the describe scene button, and I'll show you what that means. But it's just gonna be telling me everything that it sees as it sees it. So if I want to get kind of a 360 view of where I am and what's around me, I would use this one. And
Explore. Button. Table.
oh,
Double tap to
got a
activate.
table,
Table. Desk.
a desk.
Window blind.
Oh, it's telling me there's some
Window
window blinds over there. I'm gonna start turning to the left now.
Book.
Oh, it sees a book.
Bookcase.
Oh, there, now it sees the bookcase.
Book. Bookcase. Book.
It's still kind of focusing on the bookcase.
Book. Drawer.
Drawer,
Shelf.
shelf.
Book. Bookcase.
I want it to tell me the door. Let's see.
Book. Door.
There we go, door.
Door. Book. Explore. Button.
So it's just gonna keep doing that, giving like an instant read of what objects it can, understand and see. And then
Teach
let's see.
faces. Scan accessible. Explore. Menu structure. Button.
The last button here
Double
is
tap to
menu
activate.
structure, and I'll open that up for you so you can see what it's about.
Navigate out. Button. Menu structure. Menu structure.
So here we
Double
have
tap to activate.
a list of all the buttons that we were just looking at right now, and you can reorganize them, which is kind of helpful, I guess, in the vein of how I was saying, like, you have to scroll so much to get to some of them. So if you have a few that are your favorites or that you use more often, you can change where they show up on the list as you scroll, but you can't really change the fact that you have to keep scrolling if you want to get to the ones that are further down the list. You can also remove some of them from the list so that it's not so intense. Like if I'm not always going to be looking into the Envision library, or if I'm not really always going to be using the barcode scanner or the QR code scanners, I can just remove them and have them end up in just one place altogether, which would be this down here, the more features menu. So if I delete some of these from the main list, they would all end up under more features, and I could probably access them through a button, just one button to access everything. So that makes it a little bit easier, but not 100% easier. So let's see if I go back here. I think that's everything. Wait. Oh, yep, that was everything. I'm just going back from the beginning. Yep. Color, explore, and menu structure is the last button. So yeah, this was Envision AI. Like I said, I had kind of played with it a minute or so before taking the time to make this video, but this was kind of a more in-depth look with you on how it works compared to the very first time that I used it. So if this is something that you are more inclined to using, it's a pretty good app. It is free now, and of course they always take donations to help keep improving the app. It's got the capability of connecting with the Envision glasses if you have some, but this is definitely a really good AI option for scanning text and pictures and just getting to know what's around you.